Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the cap tops on your Truevis model. This is the same procedure for most Truevis machines. Some of the two head models will only have two. The VG series will have four. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this compartment. I kind of jumped a few steps. Let's see, let's remove that out of the machine. There's two screws that hold this on in the back. Of course, you'll have to take the compartment right here, the cover off right here. So now we can see our beautiful cap tops. I've ordered OEM replacements. I've tried some cheaper, the ones that are made for the normal Rico print head. They do not work. Make sure to get OEM cap tops. I don't believe there is an aftermarket yet. So what we have to do here, number one, is let's find my screwdriver. All right. When it comes to these cap tops, a few things to note. Number one is there's springs under these things, so you got to make sure you're careful not to lose the springs. I am risking losing a spring, doing things with one hand so I can videotape, but I have extra, so not a problem. But got to be careful not to lose the spring. When it comes to these screws, I've already replaced one cap top in this, and I forgot to video it, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a video now. I'll go ahead and work on this second one. Number one, this first screw right here, you do not have to, and actually you don't want to because it will fall, but you just want to loosen this screw up. You don't want to remove it out of there. Just loosen it up a little bit. The back screw, this one comes all the way out, so we have to remove this entire screw out of the machine. All right, there we have it. Next step that makes things easier, you could fight with this thing and do things differently, but the right way to do it is to actually slide this capping mechanism all the way to the right and lift up. It's kind of hard with one hand, so I'm going to lift up with one hand and pull that out of there. So now I have the whole unit in my hand. There's this spring right here that we want to take off, that side spring. Please note and remember how it goes back on there, but we want to take that. I'm not sure if I can do that with one hand or not, but I will attempt it. See if I can get that off there. Lord, there it goes. All right, so we've released that spring, so that gains us access that we can actually move this thing around. So now what I want to do is we've got well, it's kind of jumped out on me, so let me push this back up here. Kind of hard with one hand, so my apologies. All right, so what we typically want to do, let me slide this back in there. It slides to the front first, and then you put the back in, then you slide it. So to get this out of there, you want to just pull forward on it. Pull forward and pop straight up. Okay, again, you see them springs right there. Be careful not to lose those springs. Those are the springs I was referring to. So now I am going to disconnect that hose, which is going to be tricky. I don't want to lose the springs, but I might just pull them all the way out of there, but let's just do that so that we're careful. There we go. Don't have to worry about losing them. So now I want to prep my new cap. I'm going to go ahead and grab it out of the bag, again with one hand while I'm holding the camera. Okay, actually I'm going to have to set the camera down for 1 second. The bag, I can't do it, especially wearing gloves. All right, so your new cap top is going to come with this little cap on the end of it, that little plastic. Take that off of there. That's what I'm going to do right now. All right, so now I've done that. I'm prepped. I am going to pull this tube off of that cap top. There's one little tube right there. Can't turn the flash on. I need to zoom in. Hold on, I'll zoom in, then I'll be able to use my flash. There we go. All right, so we just got this one tube to remove. Sometimes if this fitting isn't very tight, I'll trim a little bit off for the new cap top. I don't know if this one is loose or if it's tight. We'll see whenever I go to put it on the new one, but if it doesn't feel very snug, I just trim about 1 millimeter off, and that usually works pretty good. Make sure for a snug fit. You can see where the springs attach in there. There's one. The other one's right there. Make sure your springs go back on there if you take them out of the machine, which I usually do just to be careful. So now I'm going to try to get this off of here with one hand. Nope, I'm going to have to take two. Give me 2 seconds. All right, so I'm going to pull this one off. All right, success. Now I have my tube that I can apply to the new cap top, which I'm going to do with my other hand. Sorry. Alright, that feels nice and snug. I'm pulling on it, it feels really snug, so I do not need to cut it down. So I am going to now replace my springs. Number one, and I make sure it goes on there. Sorry, lost my video. Alright, number two I'm going to put on there. Alright, make sure it's on there. Now I just need to make sure that the springs go on the correct points of the cap top. There we have it. And then I just need to, one, go at an angle forward, alright, and then backwards. Make sure it's nice, make sure the springs are working properly. Keep it pushed back, and now I can replace my two screws. I can see this is kind of tilted a little bit, but once I put the back screw in there, it'll be just fine. So that's all there is to it. When you're done, just put the spring back on, and you have successfully replaced your cap tops. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Alright, so I just finished up putting all the cap tops in. I just wanted to highlight and note these little connections right here. You see they're removed. I want to make sure that I put all these back in position. I want to make sure I take these and slide them into their position. Lock them in. Alright, very important. Didn't get this one. I want to make sure that I added that to the video because it is vital. It's kind of tough while I'm holding the phone, but there we go. We're going to push those back down so that they don't get pinched on anything before we replace our spring. And again, if you took your spring out and you don't remember how it goes back on, let's see if I can find the point where you, let's see if I can zoom in back there. The little hole that it guides into. There's my spring. Actually, it'd be best if I grab my spring right now. The magnet on this isn't very good. See if I can reach back there and grab it. Alright, so I want to put this back on. I figured some may not have recalled how it goes back in there. Let's see if you can see that little spot right there. You see that little opening right there? It is so hard to do this with one hand. But it is right there. There you go. You see that right there, that little opening right there? That's where the spring goes before you put it on the capping mechanism. So hopefully that's enough information for you to be able to properly replace the cap tops. Another good point is to make sure you look up there and make sure all the springs are correct, that they're in the correct position. Very important as well. All right. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.